Tim, what do you think of RFK overall?
Oh, I like him. I would never vote for a Democrat. I mean,
really?
Without any major reform, it's just not.
What about Vivek Ramaswamy?
As a Democrat?
Well, no, I just mean in general.
Oh, I like him. He's great. Fantastic.
Throwing my hat in the ring.
The problem is, in 2018, I'm seeing these Democrats. You have people like Jeff Van Drew. He switches parties. Those are good things. And I was thinking to myself, like, you could support a Tulsi Gabbard, or at the time, I liked Andrew Yang, but I think he's just trying too hard to pony up and pander. And I'm thinking, if we get someone like Tulsi in, we can, push the Democratic Party away from the neoliberal establishment stuff. And then what ends up happening? When these Democrats get in, we saw this in 2018, so this is before Jeff Van Drew, but when these Democrats get in and they're all campaigning saying, we're going to be moderates, we're going to fight for kitchen table issues. Then they get elected and they drop to their knees in front of Nancy Pelosi and go, I will do whatever you say. And then she impeach Trump and they go, yes, my lord. And I'm like, what was the point of voting for these people? All they did was give their vote to Pelosi for stupid nonsense.
Yeah.
They didn't fix any of these problems. They didn't help the economy. They just went nuts and said, Trump is bad. So, nah. RFK can do whatever he wants. I think he's a good dude, whatever. I'm not voting for a Democrat because if you get him in, all he does is empower the Democratic establishment. Joe Manchin, for example, he needs to be voted out of West Virginia. He should have switched parties a long time ago and said, I'm getting away from this stuff. It's nuts. Instead, he empowers them and they complain he doesn't give them enough.
Although
Sinema left the party. Good for her.
I think we need them all to leave. We need to just do a total turnover and say, guess what? If you've been in office, you're not allowed to come back. We're just going to start fresh.
Sounds good.
When Trump got in, it sort of splintered the Republican Party when Trump came in because he wasn't really a Republican. And now we've got the Freedom Caucus. So RFK could splinter the Democratic Party in a similar
I would say
fashion.
that Trump splintered the Republican Party because the party wasn't Republican.
That's also true.
When he entered, those were like neoconservative, big state or big government guys. So I'm glad that he messed it up. And to do a little bit of pushback on the RFK talk, I think that there is no living politician or American, for that matter, that has more impetus and imperative to try and abolish and just shatter the FBI and the CIA. So for that reason alone, as an anti-war, hardcore libertarian, I love that guy.
And what was
But I
his
have a question.
voice?
Do you not think Trump has as much of a motivation to try to shut those agencies down?
I don't think so. No.
Really?
I don't.
Okay. Why not?
Because he hasn't. When he had the opportunity to provide evidence of what they have done to him, he has fallen short time and time again. Whereas RFK, when he does interviews and he talks about how his father was assassinated, it's really powerful.
Uncle, I think he means.
Both his father and his uncle.
Oh, right. You're right.
Robert
yes.
Kennedy,
Oh,
Bobby.
Oh,
You're right.
Bobby was going after the mob pretty hard before he got killed.
I was thinking JFK despite RFK as well.
Dude, Bobby Kennedy,
his
unsung
dad
hero.
and his uncle, and he actually did an interview with Mike Tyson where he lays out. I mean, this guy is like an encyclopedia of knowledge, and he's got the entire case. He's like, I know the name of the man who's responsible for assassinating my father.
No.
Wow.
Yeah. I swear to you, like you guys check it out. The he's incredible, and he's also willing to have really uncomfortable, hard conversations that are totally anathema within the Democratic Party. He would be, even if I don't necessarily think he can win because he is running on abolishing the FBI, he would be such a huge quantum leap in dialogue amongst the amongst the Democrats in this country. So please do as well as you can, RFK.
Well, the Democrats, it's so funny because they detested the FBI until 2016 when they all began worshiping it. And you think like somebody anti-FBI, someone who was against the deep state probably could have had some success within the Democratic Party until more recently.
True.
Even if the party establishment didn't like them, the voters would have been much more open to that person.
That's the whole Russian collusion case.
Exactly. And so with RFK versus Trump, I guess I would say just from a strategic standpoint, part of where it's muddy for me is I think you're right that makes it a bit more personal than what happened to Trump. Then on the other hand, Trump would only have one term and not be concerned about re-election. Now, I think you could say RFK, having gone through that and firmly believing that these agencies are responsible for 2 deaths in his family, okay, maybe he doesn't care about a second term.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's possible.
You see what Trump said?
No,
finish the thought. I don't
No. I just think that's like again. I still prefer Trump, but from a strategic standpoint, I think that's an interesting argument.